sorry, I already opened the beers.
No, that's bad. That's Jubilee Goodwill glasses. Oh, and the actual 3D printed mug.
Shall I drink?
Oh my god, we had a day today.
We had the sinus curve of a day today.
Oh my god, we were in the divot. We were in the big dusty divot.
So, hopefully, the quality of this video is better than the quality of the last video. But it's not going up from this for a while. This is my old family camera. I had to buy new batteries. They came yesterday. Plugged them in. Woke up this morning, tried it out. SD card didn't work. So that put the first ruin in our day because we went to Ren Fair. And that was our first bullet. Because we were going to film it. We were going to make a great video. Hopefully you guys would like that. We're going to go to another one soon.
Yeah, and I hope the same people show up. I hope there's like... Because I want to join the Ren Fair community. I think it's a really good community.
I think so too, yeah.
Probably less smelly than con community.
I mean, you're outside. It's hard to smell them, at least. But we were going to film it. We couldn't. So we just went to Walmart because we were going to post our video tomorrow. Coming out to you tomorrow. Today. Oh my god. Video corrupted.
So there might be, like, once we get a Patreon, we have, like, 2 things that we can post on there.
We do have 2 things right now.
We have a forgotten Scooby-Doo episode 1, our official first ever.
It should be on our year
anniversary.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's when we launch the page. If we get, like, 100 subscribers, that's
by then, I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there. We hit 48 the other day.
Yeah.
We had, like, 30-something, or not 13-something, on Spotify.
But we got hopefully some good stuff coming out. We got a Hot Ones thing coming out. We just bought our first hot sauce for it.
Yeah.
Johnny Phoenix. I love you, Johnny Phoenix.
Johnny Phoenix, if you watch this, I don't know what I would do.
We could send it to him.
Oh my god, if we could send it to him and, like...
He drank out of your wine glass today.
Yes. Johnny Phoenix is a man of the people. I love him. Real MVP of just the people.
Yeah.
Like, people's champ.
But now we're on our up again. We're up on our sine curve because we got a little last minute thing that John just came up with.
Yes. So the original video that we had scheduled for today was just a riff off of our 2 our movies that we've seen throughout the podcast season.
Like in theaters and
that we can't really go into detail and spoil. Even though I think we talked about it a little bit, sometimes we saw Terrifier. I think we brought it up during
and we never really went into plot. We kind of did it more in this video, but even then we were maybe 10 minutes per movie.
Yeah, and so I don't know. We have half of that video recorded. It survived. Maybe one day we'll find the full.
I lost my pen.
The full 30 minutes. Oh my god. This guy.
It's right here.
You just bumped the camera.
No, I didn't. You blinded me.
It waddled a little bit.
We're good. We're good.
Sick. So this idea is a top 10 list. Me and Ryan we selected 15 movies. Each person's glass has the other person's 15 movies that they picked. We have to rank them in top 10 order without blind, not knowing what movie comes next, and not knowing at all what genre movie is left.
I threw everything at you.
Yeah. Mine is a lot of I give you 2. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
So, without further ado,
here's our first ones.
Yeah.
So these are John's 15. John's got my 15. I guess we're doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
I almost wrote this one for you. Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland and Llamageddon.
So let's talk about it first.
Yeah.
Willy's Wonderland, shown to us by Piper a year ago.
Yeah, at New Smyrna Beach.
At New Smyrna Beach. We brought it up before in our dream scenario episode 2. Nick Cage fighting FNAF guys. It's great. He doesn't have a line the whole movie, but I can't put it that high on my list.
See, I really like that movie.
I liked it.
It's FNAF without it being FNAF.
But I know you got better things in here, so I don't even, like, maybe I could put this at 5, but I don't know if I can go above 5 for Willy's Wonderland.
I don't want to talk you out of it. This is your list.
I think that's where I'm going to have to put it.
So you're putting it at 5?
Yeah.
And I think that now we say, like, once you lock it in, you lock it in.
Yeah, I'm writing it down on my paper. I'm not going to shift them around. What about Llamageddon, though?
So Llamageddon, it's a movie. It was made for, I believe...
$1 million?
No, it was like in the thousands. It made like $1 million for Amazon.
Sold for $1 million, I think.
Yeah, so... I mean, give respect where respect is due. They made a movie. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Even though we did shoot a video.
We did.
That should release soon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We gotta get some logos out.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to watch Llamageddon and you want to watch it right again, like at the very end, you get to do that. They play the whole movie again during the credits.
You guys can actually pause this video, go to Amazon, watch the end credits of Llamageddon, and come back, and it will take you like 10 minutes. Less. Probably 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so like they use a real llama. I think that's understated.
That's true. They do buy it or rent it or something.
And the animated llama, too.
I do like the were llama transformation.
The were llama is pretty good.
They animate part of it.
Yeah.
It's a whole animation.
I like the one where it's like clearly a hose behind him.
Yeah.
And then there's this joke where the stoner character goes, "I'll pack a bowl for you," and stares directly into the camera, and I'm like, that's comedic genius.
So where are you putting it?
I'm putting it number 9. I think you snuck another guy in here.
You're putting it at number 9? What about respect where respect is due? What happened?
I believe you have one movie in here, and I'm saving that 10th spot for it. From what you told me, that you know for certain I don't like this movie.
I think everything I put in there, we've either watched together or we've talked about at some point.
Here, I take chances.
You took chances?
I took chances.
That I might not have seen it?
Yeah.
Wow. Bold.
But, like, I abstractly remember you. That's a shout out to somebody.
That's a crazy shout out.
That's a crazy shout out that only us and that person, or, like, 2 other people would
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Llamageddon is my number 5.
Oh.
Or sorry, number 10. Or 9. I wrote it down.
You're writing down my list as well. I'm not writing down your list. That's too much work. What do you got?
Ooh, the last voyage of the Demeter. I enjoyed this movie.
No way you did!
See,
are you serious?
I can respect it.
That's what I thought you were going to put last. That's what I wrote down at the same time as you're like, I'm writing this down.
Did you write Evil Dead? The Ginger Dead Man versus the Evil Dead?
No, is that what you wrote?
Yeah, that's what I thought was it, number 10.
No, I wrote Demeter. I got Gremlins 2.
2 very different movies.
Mine's going a lot higher than yours, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with Voyage of the Demeter. We started this movie, like, I think the first 10 minutes and stopped for some reason. Was that
It sounds right, but I don't remember why.
Did somebody have class the next day?
I think so. And so we stopped it and then we restarted it. I think we like both fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Or the TV shut off. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was something super.
This was on the projector, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then the projector failed. And we had to buy the TV, and we watched it on the TV.
Yeah, and so yeah, this movie
I didn't like it.
Has a lot of lapses in judgment.
It's way too many for it to be considered good.
Like they do the cool Dracula like standing on the ship while people are doing work alone at night. But then at the it's like you can just kill Dracula in the daytime.
But they never do anything during the daytime.
Yeah.
They wait until night again, and then they go hunt him.
Yeah. And it's just like, hey guys.
And then he doesn't fly to land
when he can clearly just leave.
He almost dies because of it.
This movie is also based on like 12 pages of the original book.
That is what I find interesting about it.
And so like I do think that would have been a cool... If there was like a movie series where it's the Chronicles of Dracula,
yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
But they had that weird end credit scene where they're like setting him up as a villain when he's in the trench coat and bowler hat.
Yeah. Then just give us Bram Stoker's Dracula and call it a day.
It's not great. But Gremlins 2, on the other hand.
Gremlins 2, if you put that in my cup, would be top 3.
See, I was going to put... This is what I was saying. I put Gremlins in yours.
Okay.
I put Gremlins 2 on my phone. I'm like, I got to switch it up. I know he's putting that high. So I'm going to put Gremlins. And I'm like, do I put Gremlins 2 as well? But it only works if you rate Gremlins.
Because that would piss me off.
It only works if you rate Gremlins. I love Gremlins. I'm going to put it high, and then Gremlins 2 comes up. Fuck.
So, Gremlins 2, I think, is the perfect New Year's Eve movie.
It's a 4th of July movie.
No. Because, basically, it doesn't happen during any season.
Is it not 4th of July?
No.
Because the first one's Christmas.
The first one's Christmas. It was supposed to be way darker, and then they wanted to market it for kids.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a scene...
I love that they went with a lighter tone for the second one. Yeah. It makes it so much better than the first. And the first one's great.
It was because the first one had so many bad reviews that the guy who did, like, who directed it, he's, like, a comedy guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, I just want to have fun with this movie. And you should listen to Quentin Tarantino's like take on it. Because he goes, Gremlins 2 is this guy's best movie. Because he takes everything from Gremlins 1 and makes a parody of it.
The most insane Easter egg I've ever heard of is the Looney Tunes, like, the live-action Looney Tunes movie. And there's a single scene where they're walking out to the garage, and for a second when you, like, see this car, it plays a little, like, tune. And it's the Gremlins theme.
Yeah.
Because the car is, like, a gremlin. Like, that's the name of the car. It's an insane Easter egg. But, so Gremlins 2, I want to put this above Willy's Wonderland because it's so much better. I don't know if I should save my top 3 spots. I may have to go number 3 with this one.
I would say that's pretty strong.
I think that's where I have to go with Gremlins 2. Oh my god, what did you do to this case, John?
I did nothing. But, so you're going 3?
I'm going 3. And I feel very good about my list so far. I've only taken up 3 and 5. Where are you putting Demeter?
I'm going to put Demeter at number 8.
Okay.
Because I liked it, but then I remembered all the things I didn't like about it.
Yeah. Just one above Llamageddon.
That's crazy.
you got a lot of open spots right now.
But because I feel like we could talk more about these movies, like Voyage of the Demeter definitely tries to set up more stuff.
It does, but I don't think it would have gone anywhere.
Yeah, like if it did good,
would they just continue the book?
They just do a Dracula movie.
Yeah.
Like, and it was weird because
we know Nosferatu's coming out, which that was good.
Yes.
We gotta go see that in theaters.
Yeah, because that comes out in December.
Yeah.
So that's a month away. And that has Johnny Depp's daughter in it, and Bill Skarsgård.
It's got Willem Dafoe in it as well.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so good.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sean Edgar's, little hint, did The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
So, should be a good movie.
Is this one also full black and white?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Well, I think it may have a little bit of color.
Okay. I'm sad you drew those 2 first, because I think those are 2 of the worst ones in that cup. And I wanted you to be, like... Yeah.
I think, so, like, whenever I watch one of these on, like, TikTok, where it's like, blind rank these, there is a strategy to it. Like...
Yeah.
I'm scared what I'm going to have to put at 10.
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to be a movie that I like.
At this point, if you keep saving it, it will be.
Yeah, and so, like, I think the next one has to be 10.
Unless you get something good.
Unless I get something good.
Yeah. See what we get.
See what we get.
The Wolf on Wall Street. I have seen that
That's
movie.
the one that we have to...
That's my requirement as a finance major. I have to see that movie.
Hey guys, we get to talk about Gremlins one more time.
I'm glad you drew it now, so I don't have to bring it back up later.
Let me just put that at 2.
Gremlins?
Yeah.
Alright. Wolf on Wall Street. That's a long movie. First of all.
Yes. It is very long, but it doesn't feel it.
No. I think as much as... I think I'm putting this below Willy's Wonderland. I really enjoy the movie. I think it drags on too long, and I like... When you're at the... they talk... Like, once I have taken my classes as a finance major, and I understand like what they're doing, what they're talking about, it becomes more interesting.
Yeah.
But it's not entertaining. Like, you get to follow his story, but I'm not like...
It is a rise and fall of Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, TikTok has made me just, like, not like him. And, I mean...
he's not a good person.
He's not a good person at all. And, like...
But I feel like that's what makes Leonardo DiCaprio so good in it.
Yeah. Because he actually, like, makes you care about this person.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, the cool... I like seeing him, like, when he goes, hey, I'm wired.
What scene? I've only seen it once. I think it was like 3 years ago.
So Jonah Hill meets with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And he's like talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, don't incriminate yourself."
Oh yes.
And that's a good scene.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, he's ratting people out.
Yeah. I mean, but then you just get scenes where it's like they're just high and they're on drugs, and I'm like, I mean, it's important to see like how that is leading to his fall.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't. That's not the part I want to see. I want to see him scamming people.
It is very... Have you ever seen the movie with Nick Cage where he is a arms dealer?
No. Is that the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
No. It's like... I forget the name of it. But he plays an arms dealer, and it's very Wolf on Wall Street.
Interesting.
But it's a very rise and fall. Like, he's doing arms with his, like, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then his brother is like, hey, they're gonna massacre this village. So he, like, blows up the truck, and then, like, they just execute his brother right on the
Holy
spot.
shit.
And so, like, it's a really good movie. I think it's called, like, something Arms.
Okay.
But it's... I would watch it again. I forget who his wife is, but she's a famous actor.
It's in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the brother is Jared Leto.
I'm not a giant Jared Leto fan.
Like, I'm not either.
I still haven't seen him in anything I've liked.
Because Requiem for a Dream, like, he does a good job, but, like...
But I feel like anyone could have done the same thing. I feel like that is my issue with him. I feel like in every role he's been in, someone else could have done it just as good or better.
Yeah. Like, especially Joker.
Especially Joker. I mean, that's the obvious one. In Blade Runner 2049, he has a small role. It's not great. He's in American Psycho, which I haven't seen. Which now I keep seeing stuff about it. I really want to see it. It's one of those guy movies, I guess.
And I mean, what is it? He's in The Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
But it's like, anybody could have probably played the Hatbox Ghost.
Yeah.
I think Bill Hader would have been a really good guy, because he has, like, the facial structure of, like, the ghost.
Imagine if they got Jim Carrey or something.
Jim Carrey would have been so good.
Mm-hmm.
Because people forget, Jim Carrey can play the hell out of, like, a bad guy.
Yeah.
Because he's...
Have you seen The Grinch?
Yeah, like The Grinch, where he's in all that makeup, and then, what is it, when he's in A Series of Unfortunate Events, when he's Count Olaf, he's scary.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. I mean, Gremlins.
That's your 2?
Gremlins is my 2, because Gremlins has a little place in my heart. We're going to talk about Horror Nights now.
Oh.
Because I think Gremlins...
The disappointment of Horror Nights.
Disappointment of Horror Nights. It was a step back for me.
Mm-hmm.
Will I go next year? Yes.
Of course.
Do I love the event? Yeah. But was this year a step back? Yeah, it was. I didn't go as many times as I wanted to go.
Yeah. I mean, you still went a lot. I think at least every week.
Yeah, I went like 8 times. next year I'll probably go more because I'm fingers crossed. Possibly.
Fingers crossed to get that job.
Yeah. But Gremlins, it would be fun. Have some like air cannons facing at you.
Yeah.
Can have a part where you're walking through the bottom of the pool when Spike walks in, and you can see like
All this steam comes up. Oh, holograms would be sick for that.
Holograms, like you just see the shadows of the things, and you can have like the Gremlins like on things that go down at you.
Yeah. I mean, even if the scare actor is someone like have a puppet gremlin attached to them, like they jump out of like the closet.
Well, you didn't do Chucky last year. That's what it was.
Oh, really?
And so I was like, oh, we might get Gremlins this year because
those are all the Chucky dolls.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of disappointed, but I hope next year's really good.
But they might. I feel like they might do it eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing other popular like movies and stuff. Like they did Stranger Things and they did Ghostbusters. I mean, Ghostbusters just got the new movie. That's probably why.
Yeah.
But then they also did Quiet Place, which is also getting a new movie. That's why. So it'd be hard for them to return to something old. But I think they've done it before. They did Beetlejuice before Beetlejuice 2 was announced.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Gremlins has one of the saddest like endings of all time.
I don't remember the ending.
So the whole thing.
Oh, when they return him, Gizmo.
So the like Chinese shop owner.
Yeah.
That like they originally he gets like stolen because the little kid gives it to him.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh, everybody won, and then just like wind gust, and the Chinese shop owner is in there, and then he goes to dad and he like, you are not ready.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the son, maybe one day you'll be ready.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
damn.
And then Gizmo goes, bye. And then like the ending is sunrise, and also spoilers.
It's too late now.
Sunrise, and then it's like, well, if something goes bump in the night or your toaster isn't working, maybe it's just coincidence, or maybe there's a gremlin in your house. And it's just like, it makes you tear up. It's so good. But I think we go on to the next one.
I gotta put Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you didn't.
I feel like you've given me some bad things. So I'm gonna put this at number 7.
Number 7?
Good. Whoa. What's your next one, John?
Next one?
What you got? You double folded this one.
The Lake Michigan Monster. That's going high.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roger Rules. Holy shit, that would be so good.
I was thinking of giving you all the Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I would be so upset.
Because
what are we talking about now? Roger Rules is by far the best one. I mean, I always see I love the first one, especially the Halloween scene. And it's like Roger's telling the story of like the house burning down. It's like, then why are the trees there? Then they planted trees. But nothing will ever top. That's not me. That's not me.
Oh, but like, I feel like it's just the generic older sibling, younger sibling. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure you have this with your sister, but like me with my brother.
I mean, a little bit. We're very close in age. It's like only about a year difference. But once you get up into like 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah. Like, me, like, my brother and I are 3 years apart. Mm-hmm. And it was very reminiscent of like, oh, your brother now thinks that you can hang with him.
Yeah.
And so, like, he's bringing you around his friends.
Once you realize he's cool.
Yeah.
But then you're like, you can't fuck up.
Yeah, you can't fuck up. Like, hey, Mom shouldn't know about this. And then, like...
I swear there's no lock on this door.
Deny, deny, deny.
I might have to put this at number 2. I might be putting this above Gremlins 2.
Dude, this movie is so good.
It's iconic, and I'm trying to think, I could put it at number 4 underneath Gremlins. But, like, if I'm going to sit down and watch a movie right now, I'd rather watch Roger Rules than Gremlins 2.
Yeah. Like, Gremlins 2, I love.
So I'm locking it in at number 2. And what did I give you? What did you? Oh, Lake Michigan Monster.
Yeah, it's.
What a callback movie that is for us.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do a short little review on that one.
I think we should. We need to revisit that.
But so it was created by the same guy who did the 10,000 Beavers.
Mm-hmm. It was like 100 Beavers.
100 Beavers, and again, he did something that a lot of people can't say that they did.
Yeah,
and
he made a movie,
and it's so entertaining. Like, there's quotes from it that I use on a daily basis, and then I'm like, where did I get that from?
Yeah.
And then it's this movie. Like, the one time the candy store is closed, and he just goes, "Damn pedophiles!" And, it's such a great...
I forgot that's from that.
That was on my top 10 line to review.
Really?
Yes. Because it just comes out of nowhere, and then it's just so funny. Also, the names. Sean Shaughnessy!
Edge Pepsi!
I don't remember the fourth one.
I don't know him either. I think he dies, or he's either the one that dies or gets impregnated by the Lake Michigan Monster.
Yeah.
Wildest movie you'll ever see. The end fight sequence, so emotional.
Because I know,
Because the liquor store closes at 9. Why? Why does it?
Because of this movie was made for the sole purpose
Yes.
of that judicial, or not municipal, law.
That being the punchline of the movie was mind-blowing.
Because those beer stores close at
Yeah.
this time. And then there's also his brother.
Yeah.
And then he didn't live in the museum. This is just a museum.
Like, how could I not know this? Cardboard sign falls down.
See, why don't they make movies like that?
I don't know.
They would do really good.
I don't think they would, though. I think it's so niche, and I think it's our exact humor. But I don't think other people would enjoy it as much.
Guys, please enjoy the stuff.
That's why we have to make those.
Yes, we would probably be the only film analysis video on that.
Oh, probably.
So if people
look it up.
Yeah, if people were to look that up,
Mm-hmm.
we could probably cash in on that.
Yeah, cash in on Lake Michigan Monster.
Dude, we dress up like a lake monster. That would be sick.
I'm gonna paint myself all monochrome, black and white. Hey, it's not. Whoa.
Yeah. So with that being said,
Where's that going for you?
that's going 3.
Really? Right below Gremlins.
Yeah, I'm scared.
You're locking out those top spots, John.
Well, you have 2 and 3 as well.
I do.
So
I have 2, 3, 5, and 7.
I have a lot of middle ground.
Yeah.
You do not.
I got basically the top and bottom.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried for you. I'll be honest.
I guess I don't know what you gave me, but I guess that's the point.
I saw one of the things that you have.
I hope you get it. Which one did you see?
R.
R.
It's a name.
I don't remember what Oh, God. Well, I'm glad I got this now, before get it out of the way. Ginger Dead Man versus the Evil Bong.
That was the one that I thought. I got Airplane.
Airplane. Let me talk about Ginger Dead Man versus the Evil Bong. This was a group movie that we watched with some of my other friends, and this was awful.
Did we even watch the whole thing?
No, we skipped at least probably more, 30 minutes of exposition,
Yeah.
a sex scene, and probably 3 of the, I don't know.
There's a weirdo in it.
They never fight. Yeah, the weird guy in the smoke shop.
Yeah.
The whole time.
He's like, and then I think he dies.
I don't want to get canceled for saying the try, but
the Poontang Tribe is crazy.
because I didn't know this was a movie that had setup before it. It was Batman versus Superman. This might be better.
Yeah.
But there's no the whole thing, the whole first hour is them reviewing what happened in the last few movies for...
It's literally just the footage that they used.
Yeah.
Already.
And then they never fight. The Ginger Dead Man rips from the evil bong so he can go into the evil bong, so he can go and... What the fuck was that? So he can go and kill... Yeah, it's the skeleton.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's gonna rip off and start running.
That would be terrifying.
I would scream so loud.
If that guy ran at us, right?
How did he kill that thing?
I don't know. He's smiling right now, too.
He's terrifying. He glows in the dark as well. He can find you.
Oh my god. But, like...
So this is going at my number 10.
Okay, number 10? Yeah, I kind of... That was a you're welcome, Ryan.
There's no reason to watch this movie. The final scene is the Ginger Dead Man standing on a rock in front of like this jungle, in front of this giant boob wall. Saying something like, that's how the cookie crumbles, or something. It's something terrible.
Like...
Boob wall, that's right.
I mean... I don't even know... I don't even know how you make that prop. Could you imagine that being in your prop shop?
For me wanting my job to be making props for movies, I would hate to be in charge of making the 200 boob wall.
I wonder if they were individually casted.
You think that maybe they did like 4, and then they just like printed multiple and just rearranged them?
And I really hope it was a nice guy. I really hope it was a nice guy who took the mold. I hope it wasn't just a creep.
Who did what?
The boob mold.
Oh.
Who like...
I thought you meant like a guy's boobs.
Oh, no. No. But I really hope it was a nice guy and not a weirdo. Like a...
I mean...
Hopefully.
It's an indie movie. That at that point it's a coin flip.
Yeah. I mean...
What are you rating?
Well, Airplane, we haven't talked about it yet. Oh my god.
How do you feel about it?
See, I know it's good. I like the jokes.
But how good? How good is Airplane? You got the middle ground. You got space to put it.
I don't think it's the middle ground.
Where are you putting it?
I think I'm ranking it 10.
Really? You like that less than the Demeter?
Here's my thing.
And Llamageddon?
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
If it was what's the cop one?
Naked Bullet?
If it was Naked Bullet.
Or Naked Gun?
If it was Naked Gun,
yeah,
it would go up there.
Okay.
However, it's Airplane. And I know this guy's funnier. And it's the fact that Airplane is a shot-for-shot remake of another movie.
Oh, okay.
Besides, like, it's just, like, joke absent.
Yeah.
That also brings it down for me. Because at least these two guys, they try to do something new.
That's fair.
So I have to give credit where credit is due.
That's fair.
Sure, you have jokes.
Damn, that's both our number 10s.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't just get me with jokes. I'm a funny guy.
Yeah.
Like, some jokes here and there, but when every movie is like, how much can I say to make you laugh? Like,
some good jokes in it, though.
some good jokes. Like, the,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the...
Are you Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? No. Get away from me, kid.
Go away. Alright, well, if those are our 10 movies, we don't got much to talk about for those. Bar, where with the bar? Hopefully I'll find out soon. Alright, put it there. What you got?
I have Pixels.
I got Teen Beach Movie. As much as I said today in the car that I don't like musicals, this is a damn good movie.
I remember you earlier in the car being like, I didn't watch musicals, and I'm like, that's a lie. I know
this is a good movie until it turns into a sci-fi movie. I hate when they go to the lighthouse and Bertram is a villain and they're like trying to turn off the wave conductor and asphalt melter. I hate that. But when they're singing "Cruising for a Bruisin',"
oh my god, "Cruising for a Bruisin'" is
they got me out of my seat.
Did you used to watch like Disney Channel originals with like your entire family?
Oh, yes, all the time. I almost put Minutemen in your list.
Oh, that would have been so good.
I almost put that in there.
That soundtrack?
The Minutemen, yeah.
It has the original Year 3000.
Yeah.
That's
where it's from.
Also, like, I just don't understand the logic between... Because it's great-great-great-great-granddaughter.
Great-great-great-granddaughter. Yeah.
So it's 4 greats.
Mm-hmm.
But the Year 3000, you would only... So it would be...
Just, what, 900 years from now?
Yes. So...
You need more than a 4.
You need, like, 9 greats.
Unless you're really spacing it out.
Yeah, and I mean... So the math isn't math in there, but it's still a great song. I love the Jonas Brothers. And
yeah, you would only get to no, you wouldn't get there. Even if you're really spacing it out.
That's always been my pet peeve with Nexa.
I mean, the lifespan does keep going up.
Yeah.
So maybe
it's the whole the person who will live forever is currently alive.
Yeah. Yep, I have heard that. But where do I put Teen Beach Movie? I'm thinking either 4. In between Gremlins 2 and Willy's Wonderland, or 6 in between Willy's Wonderland and Wolf of Wall Street.
I think 6 is a solid spot.
I think 6 is a solid spot. If it didn't have that bad part with the sci-fi, I would put it at 4.
Yeah.
But that drags it down for me, so I'm putting the Teen Beach Movie at number 6. And you got what?
Airplane. Pixels.
It was on Netflix, and we passed it the other day. That's what reminded me of it.
Yeah, and I mean...
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
People hate on it. It's not a great movie.
I think they hate on it because it's Adam Sandler.
What's wrong with Adam Sandler?
I don't know. Like
I like Adam Sandler.
People are like, Adam Sandler does the same thing over and over again. And it's just
so
like...
there's so many other actors.
Yeah, it's like, okay, The Rock, okay, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, you just went to go watch Deadpool.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Ryan Gosling, like...
Well... Now, hold on. Ryan Gosling's got some range. That guy's got some range.
He plays Ken, and then...
And then, have you seen Blade Runner?
Ryan Gosling is actually good.
Have you seen The Notebook? Have you seen La La Land?
I should have put The Notebook down, because I know that we're not going to watch it together. That would be too romantic.
People can't watch Brokeback Mountain, can't watch The Notebook. So,
see, for future top 10s, we should try to do a beer each round.
Oh my god.
That would be fun.
We could do that. That's possible.
Yeah, that's possible. But, what is it? Pixels? Oh yeah, Pixels is my number 7.
I mean, they got Serena Williams in there. You got Peter Dinklage with Martha Stewart and Serena Williams.
Dude, Peter Dinklage is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Now I got a question for you, John. Peter Dinklage. I got 2 questions for you, John.
Peter
Dinklage, Serena Williams, Martha Stewart, fuck, marry, kill.
Marry Peter Dinklage. Martha Stewart?
Mm-hmm. She's the Snoop Dogg friend that cooks, and she was in jail.
Yeah, I think kill her.
Okay.
And...
Serena Williams?
Yeah.
Alright, I got another question for you.
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage, Serena Williams, and Martha Stewart are having a threesome. You can replace one of them. Who are you replacing?
Well, then I think I have to go Peter Dinklage.
You're replacing Peter Dinklage?
Yeah.
Not Martha Stewart. You just killed Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
you were going to marry Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, but I mean, I love Peter.
So you're going to kick him out?
Yeah, I gotta be like, hey, buddy, tag me in.
Tag me in is crazy.
So,
damn, a beer thing? That was quick.
What?
We're doing a beer number.
Yeah.
Whew. I I almost wrote Osmosis Jones for you as well. I almost did.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
I had to watch it in my high school freshman biology class. And I just learned a fact from it. That in the movie, Bill Murray goes, we're going to the New York Buffalo chicken wing competition. Which at the time this movie came out, did not exist. And then they saw this movie, they go, why don't we have a buffalo wing competition? And now they do, every year. So, thank you, Osmosis Jones, for this.
Yeah.
I don't remember the plot at all. I know Bill Murray eats something bad at the zoo, and then also Moses Jones and his pill friend have to go save his body. And then the pill friend has to, die because the pill's getting dissolved, and it's so sad. He, sacrifices himself to kill the thing, and all the white blood cells are, soldiers. It's they kill this disease. I think the disease, in my mind, he reminds me of the scorpion spider thing from Treasure Planet. That's what he looks like in my mind.
We could eventually
pretty good
watch
villain,
that.
actually.
We could eventually watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never seen it.
Yeah.
It would be one of those reverse things where I haven't seen the movie in.
I know.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I got Scream.
Yeah.
This one's tough.
I know. And I think I came to the realization the other day, I think that's my favorite horror movie.
It's up there for me.
And I think it's my favorite. I've seen Scream. I've seen, what's the other one I watched? It was Scream 4 is what we watched.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the other ones. But I need to watch them now because I like the Scream format.
I should watch Scream after this.
Where it's two killers. I love it.
The new Screams, very good.
Yeah.
The one with Jack Quaid, very good.
And you've seen it?
Yeah.
I think I got spelled that he's one of the killers.
Yeah. He plays it so well.
Yeah.
Because he goes, yeah, it's me. And it's the most, you want to punch him in the face.
Ugh.
That's the one person that I think I would want to meet in real life.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
I really like Jack Quaid.
He seems like a really nice guy. I feel like everybody who's been in a Scream movie is a really nice person in real life. I don't.
I would love to meet Matthew Lillard as well.
Sounds so cool.
Yeah.
And he has D&D beer, and I feel like you can nerd out with him.
Oh, 100%.
And
I feel like you could talk about so many different things with him. Despite what you're into, he would find a way to he's probably into it as well.
There's a movie that I want to watch with him in it, and it's about him as a teenager, and it's about growing up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I want to see more of his other stuff that I haven't seen. So with that being said,
where do you put the Scream?
What kind of asshole would Ryan be? I don't want to give my number one spot up yet. I'm gonna place it number 4.
Okay.
Because Scream is really good.
What was that right below?
Lake Michigan Monster.
Okay.
And it's below Gremlins.
I think I'm putting Osmosis Jones. Because I like the movie. I'm not putting it at number 4. That's way too high. So I have 8 and 9. And I don't think I can put it at 8 because I think there's something else in here I like better that I want to save the spot for. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to put it at 9. I don't remember that much. I don't have that much nostalgia towards it. So
Osmosis.
I don't dislike it by any means. But it's not that good of a movie. I don't think.
So right now the spots that you have left are 1, 4, and 8.
Yep.
And I have 1, 5, and 6. So I have a lot of room to put middle movies.
You have no bottom movies to put?
I have no...
That's so sad.
I'm so scared.
I hope you draw the one I had to... the one that I had to check if it was a fever dream and then switched it. I hope you get that one. But right now... I got Kung Fu Panda 2. Interesting.
I have Ricky Stenicki. This is the one that I saw earlier.
Oh, okay. Kung Fu Panda 2, that's the only one I haven't seen in so long. But the, I remember the beginning scene and I remember the end scene where the water drips off the leaf and it's him throwing the cannonball back at the... I don't remember Chen as a villain. I know that he's the one who killed all the pandas.
He is one of the best villains for me.
I need to rewatch Kung Fu Panda 2.
Because his entire thing is, a creature that is black and white will kill you. But him himself is also black and white. And, like, he causes his own death.
Wow.
So, like, very... In the attempt to escape your fate, you find it. I wish there were more movies like that.
I don't know, because you start to get into like Oedipus kind of territory.
Yeah.
Which I like. I love the like theme of Oedipus, like you're saying, but it's like I don't want to watch an Oedipus movie. That's kind of weird.
Like keep out the mother stuff, and like then you could have like
because like the way they did the Green Knight, I still haven't seen it, but I know it's good.
Yeah.
But Kung Fu Panda, so like I know the plot of Kung Fu Panda 1, I know 3 because I watched 3 recently. Kung Fu Panda 2, can I put that at 4? I don't know. I know there's other good things in here, but I could gamble. I could put this at 8. I haven't seen it recently enough to appreciate it, so I'm going to put Kung Fu Panda 4 at 8, and that might be slanderous.
Kung Fu Panda 2 at 8.
Sorry, Kung Fu Panda 2 at 8. That might be slanderous. But I'm locking that in because I know there's good things in here, John.
Also, Kung Fu Panda as a series, just stop at 3.
Why did they make a 4th? I still haven't seen it. We need to watch it.
We do need to watch it.
I think we should review that one. Like, watch it and review it.
Yes, I think that one will be like episode 3 of season 2.
Yeah.
Because we do think we have what we want to watch for the first movie.
Yeah, I gotta look up where to find that.
Yeah, and then...
Ricky Stenicki.
Ricky Stenicki, great movie. I love how he keeps on playing the role of Ricky.
He never stopped. He changed his name.
Yeah, because what is it? They like are like you're going to be hired to be our friend that we had, and then they become friends with him.
I mean, John Cena has also become one of the best, like, almost like joke. I don't want to say joke actor
because he's like a really good actor.
Yeah. But like he surpassed The Rock in like just throw him in a movie.
I think he's a better actor than The Rock.
Oh, definitely.
Even though The Rock is really good himself, but he just plays The Rock again.
Again, same character.
And I feel like John Cena, like Peacemaker, is different from Ricky.
Yeah.
His character in Fast and the Furious, even though I've never seen it.
I forget he's in Fast and Furious. We just reviewed him on our finale, and Jackpot. He's in Jackpot.
Oh yeah, he made it 4.
Yeah.
He didn't make it to merger, did he?
I think he did, but his own trying to make alliances with people to get them to the end failed him.
Yeah, and then what is it? The whole, I mean, him in WWE, I love him.
Yeah.
Like the hustle, loyalty, and respect, and then the Doctor of Funkonomics. But yeah, I think Ricky Stenicki. Going at my number 6.
I'm playing a dangerous game right now. I have 1 and 4 open.
I have 1 and 5.
And I know whatever I draw next is not going to be my number 1.
Yeah.
So.
I'm trying to think of what I have left in there.
I know, me too. So where are you putting that? You're putting that at...
I'm putting that at 6.
Okay. Okay, we're getting down to the wire. Let's see what we got.
Fuck off, Ryan.
What is it?
Fuck off. I know this is your fever dream pick. It's Planet 51.
And that's not even the movie I had to look up. Do you know Space Chimps?
Fuck off, Ryan.
Do you know Space
Fuck
Chimps?
off, Space Chimps.
Do you know it? Have you seen it?
Yes.
Ryan,
I
should have wrote it.
I was going to pick you up.
I should have wrote it.
You were going to?
I was going to, and I'm like, there's no way he's seen Space Chimps. This is my fever dream. I'm going to put Planet 51 instead.
Because, is it Space Chimps or this movie where they run into something and it, like, solidifies them?
This one has The Rock in it. The Rock is the white astronaut. I'm like 90% sure.
That's great. I remember this movie being really good.
It's really good.
I think I saw it in Daytona.
Is this the movie where what? What were you going to say?
Is this the movie where there's like a tar pit? and they run across it.
I've just read what you've given me. Howl's Moving Castle. And I walked in for number 1. I can't put this at number 4.
You're welcome for that.
I would have been so upset. I'll explain it in a little bit, but we're talking about Planet 51.
See, I give you good movies, and I get
you get Planet 51.
I get Pixels. Llamageddon.
I needed to give you some description. I can't give you all good movies.
Planet 51. It's been years.
I know.
It's such a fever dream to me. No, I saw it in Selinsgrove. We ate at Garfield's. I think it might have been the week my mom got divorced. Thanks for bringing
I'm so sorry.
But
talk about spaceships instead.
But Planet 51, I remember the fucking dog that...
he looks like a xenomorph.
Yeah, he is a xenomorph,
Yeah.
basically. I think this movie is supposedly takes place the same universe as Aliens.
Probably.
I think they wanted that to be a thing.
I don't remember the plot that much. I know the kid alien is trying to get with the girl kid alien.
Yeah.
And there's the little kid one. And it's like, that's a weird place for an antenna. That's what I remember.
Yeah. Talking about his...
I don't know, because the villains are, what, the military?
Yeah, the alien military.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if an alien did come to this world...
Yeah.
Came to this one, it would probably be the same thing. Even if it was just like a normal person.
Yeah.
But like, just with different like antennas and stuff. So I didn't write it down.
Uh-huh.
But I was going to write down Mars Needs Moms.
I haven't seen that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
We gotta watch that one.
So, is that your number 1? Or is that...
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Ryan. Next one is my number 1 spot.
Okay, so Howl's Moving Castle. My cousin showed this to me when I was probably around like 8 years old. This was the first Studio Ghibli movie I ever saw, and I was fascinated with it. The music is fantastic. The story is probably like the best love story I've ever seen, with the whole time loop between Sophie and Howl. You get inner beauty. You get... I love Turnip Head. Heen is the best dog ever, especially when she thinks he's Howl and he's climbing up the stairs and she's like, "Get up there!" And then he's just a dog who sticks with him the rest. And then he likes the Wicked Witch of the West.
It is my first ever Studio Ghibli movie.
It was fantastic, and I'm glad I brought you there.
Yeah, that was a fun little date. I believe it was 4 of us, and we all went to...
Screw who else I went with. That wouldn't be you, John.
Yeah, thank you. But...
And then we got a pumpkin frosty from Wendy's
we did get a pumpkin
and it was awful.
Oh my god, I remember who went with us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a fever dream that period in our life.
That's what I'm saying. Look how far we've come, John.
Yeah. We're so bad.
We're so bad. now I put on Howl's Moving Castle to sleep. Like, I'm like, this is so relaxing.
Yeah, and it's so good.
I fell asleep to Ponyo the other night.
It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Ponyo's mom. Holy shit.
I didn't get that. I was asleep by that time. I don't remember what she looks like.
Oh, she's so hot.
Oh, yes, the giant mermaid.
That's gonna be your birthday present? Like
a giant mermaid?
Giant mermaid. Please.
Alright, so now we're locked in. You're number 1 and my number 4.
Here's what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
We should pull out, just one by one, which movies it could have been.
And then the last one is our number. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are our honorable mentions right here.
So we get a speed run of honor. Not even a speed run.
Yeah, we'll still talk about them.
We'll still talk about them, but like, as far as list goes, this is us just wanting to riff.
So I can't wait for what your number 1 is going to be, John.
I'm so scared. I
saved myself a little room. I got lucky.
You did get lucky.
I got lucky.
So, here's our first honorable mention.
I almost gave you High School Musical 2 as well. Wow, we're really on the same wavelength.
Damn, Ryan. Fuck, I think I eliminated a good one. It wouldn't have been, like, my actual number 1.
Yeah.
It's Long Legs.
Yeah?
It would have been up there.
Really? Because I wanted to talk about it, because we talked about it in what got lost.
The lost
footage.
Guess you could call it Lost Legs. Sound off in the comments.
Sound off. Maybe you'll get them next time. Maybe they'll laugh next time.
Yeah. We need a laugh track, like a little button I can press.
Get the iCarly button. Random dancing.
If we had an iCarly button for this.
And then Jacob comes in and he's giving.
Oh my god, I'm sad.
I didn't like it. And I know we just talked about it, so we're basically repeating this conversation, but it wasn't my favorite.
I walked out of that movie kind of mad, because I felt like it was overhyped for me.
It was overhyped, and I didn't know it was a devil magic movie, and it would have been so much better for me if it wasn't.
Yeah, just make him a fucking weirdo.
Make him a weirdo. Make him a super smart weirdo.
It's okay to have something be non-supernatural. But I think we have the Insidious Conjuring thing now.
I think if I rewatched it now, knowing that that is what it was about, I would like it more.
But not to repeat myself, but the whole Insidious Conjuring thing, where everything, if it's realistic, it might need something supernatural to bring it, to make it horror and not just mean-spirited violence. And I feel like to have mean-spirited violence, you kind of need that without the supernatural. Because, you need to show that people can just be evil sometimes. They don't need that devil influence.
What felt weird about this movie to me is Nick Cage played this weird guy, he was constantly putting his hands over his eyes and stuff.
Doing the cuckoo.
And he even does it in the store. He's a regular at the store, and they know him there. But why is he a devil worshipper? They don't explain it. They don't show any reason why. And it would make more sense for him to be weird and be a killer than to be weird and be a devil worshipper.
Because I think it's more strange if he's just a normal guy and there's been no, sign of entry.
Yeah.
People just let him in.
And we if he did hypnosis.
If he did hypnosis, that would be...
Great movie.
Because he could be hey, look at this book.
Yeah.
And he could just be a random street preacher. And then do the...
Yeah. Or if you walk to the door hey, I'm with blank whatever, I'm door-to-door salesman, read this, and they just and come to a really I gotta go kill my family now.
Yeah. It would be so much... Because it would be so much more interesting than just, the devil is...
And it wasn't even him. He made them and then gave them to this nun who brought them inside.
Yeah. And I do understand, I like how the director made sure that they weren't hot.
Yeah.
That it wasn't a hot serial killer and
no Dahmer, no Ted Bundy, yeah.
And so, I understand. But I feel like that's all we have to say about Long Legs. You can get our review of that.
But High School Musical too. And boy, do I have a story about High School Musical. Can I tell that story, John?
Yeah, I do have to go to the bathroom before we tell that story.
Okay.
So, the High School Musical.
High School Musical 2. This story takes some setup. This story goes back to Easter of last year.
Was it Easter?
No, so
it was 4th of July.
So Easter is when we were driving to the beach, and I played High School Musical music, and you sang it with me. I was singing the songs to the soundtrack, and you sang those songs with me. Fast forward however many months.
To July 4th.
To July. And me and some friends are coming back from Disney, and I text John, hey, we're going to go to the pool. You want to come to the pool? John goes, I'd love to go to the pool. Come pick me up. Pick up John. Go back to my place, change my suit. John is staring at me. I go, John, okay.
Because I'll tell my side of the story.
Yeah, I love your side of the story.
Because I love how new things just keep on coming up. No, I don't remember that.
We start driving to the pool. these people come by, they like honk a little bit, and I'm like, okay, maybe they thought it was different. Then like John goes, I think they thought we were like staring at them.
No, they're talking to the people.
Oh, I think they're talking to us or something, or they're talking
to the people at the building.
They're talking to the people in the building. I think they're talking to the people in the building. Okay. I'm playing High School Musical on the way to the pool, and John is not singing it with me. He's not singing along the way he did back during Easter. And I'm like, John, come on. Sing along. We're going to the pool. It's High School Musical 2. These are the pool songs. And we get to the place, and one of our other friends has to change. She gets out. John gets out. I'm like, John, not yet. It's like, I need a second. Like, for what? And he turns in just like a cat. I see the ripples go up his spine, and he pukes in the parking lot. What the fuck? So I get out of the car. I'm like, what just happened? He's like, I'm good. I took 2 edibles before getting in the car. I'm like, what?
There's so much more to this story.
I know.
That there's 2 months afterwards. Or, sorry, like, the new things that came up about this story, like, 2 months ago.
And so, I'm like, okay, we're fine. You've thrown up. You're feeling better. And you're like, I can handle it. I get you back in the car. We drive the rest of the way to the pool. And then you don't get in the pool for the longest time. You finally, like, you're sitting there on the edge. And you finally get up and get in. And you're holding onto the railing pole by the stairs, and you're floating there like the life of Pi in the middle of the ocean. Just staring there, like, I don't think he can hear us, because your ears are underwater. You go, I can. I'm like 20 feet away, I'm whispering, and your ears are underwater.
I don't remember that.
That was insane. And then we get up out of the pool because there's a hot tub. We're like, we want to go in the hot tub. But from where the hot tub is, I can't see John. I'm like, I need to know that John is not drowning right now. It's like, John, you got to get up. You got to get in the hot tub with us. And so you're like, okay, I will. And you like start to get up. And you're like, you get to this position. You're like shoulders down, still in the water. I'm like, okay, he's moving. I can kind of see your head now. And I'm in the hot tub, I'm talking, I turn back around 10 minutes later, you're in the exact same position. You have not moved. And I turn around.
It was 10 minutes?
It was a while. you had to not move for a while.
I thought it was like 3 minutes between when you got to the...
Maybe. I don't. But I turn around at the perfect time because I go, John, are you okay? You go, and immediately throw up in the pool. And there's like 3 other people there that we don't know. And I look at them, and their faces are just in disgust at the ground beef coming out of your mouth. And we're like, we gotta go. So we get up. This is a public pool. This is not anyone's. This is a public apartment pool. We get up. We get John out. It looks like rust on the bottom of the pool, and we get you home. And I send you upstairs. I don't get out of my car, by the way. We'll get to your half.
Yeah.
And then I go home. But that's what High School Musical reminds me of.
So now we'll get to my side.
We'll get to your half.
So I went to a backyard barbecue about 3 hours before they picked me up. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm probably not doing anything later. So I'll pop in 2 Eddies and then see what's going on. And then somebody texted me, hey, we're going to a pool. Do you want to come with? And I'm like, hey, if you can pick me up, I'm down. And so about an hour and a half later, I get picked up. And
They're already hitting.
They're hitting me. And so the entire time, I'm just... But Ryan, to this day, said I was not moving. I was just staring.
You never broke eye contact.
So, I don't know why, but I would, like, it didn't hit me until I stood up and was walking to the parking garage.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, something's wrong. I don't like this feeling. Thank God I was in the back of the car, because if I was squished, I would have puked in your car.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm locked in. I'm like, okay, let's go. And then Ryan went over a speed bump outside the parking garage, and I'm like, and so I'm like, should I tell them to take me home?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. I hit the Walgreens, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not feeling good. And so we're by this apartment complex.
The people who... Oh,
yeah. We're by this apartment complex, and I hear a horn, and I hear yelling, and I'm just looking outside. I rolled the window down because I needed that breeze in my face. Because, you know, if you're a little under something, you kind of need a breeze, get a nice breath of fresh air. And so I saw them yelling at the car in front of us. And so I'm like, yeah, they are yelling at the people in front of them. And then I remember turning around and screaming at the top of my lungs that they're talking to the people in front of us. That's what I remember.
You didn't raise your voice any more than you do when we do this.
And so I started closing my eyes, and I'm like, I'm so fucking embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed right now. And I just closed my eyes. Mistake number 2.
Yeah.
I became more disoriented.
Yeah.
And so I hear Ryan just...
High school.
And so I'm just like, Ryan, I can't. And so then we get to the parking lot. And when we were parked, I'm like, this is the best moment to do it.
I mean, it was.
And I was going to make it the most discreet thing. I was just going to go outside and just... Yeah. And then... I bet you if you go to the point...
There's probably a stain somewhere.
Yeah, they're just staying somewhere of just John Bushuda. I'll sign it one day.
Yeah.
I'll go in there.
It's like your Hollywood star.
My Hollywood star. If I ever got a Hollywood star, I would want it to be a puke stain.
Yeah.
I'd be so like... Because people would be like, oh, what did this guy do? He puked.
He puked.
But then I'm in the pool, and then I swear I was in there for 5 hours. That was the most complete I ever felt.
We weren't at the pool for more than 45 minutes.
Yes, I thought I was there for way long.
Yeah.
And then, like, you guys were off in the corner doing something, and I was just, like, floating, being one with the universe. I know what it is to be in a sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
That's insane.
And then, like, oh, John, you have to get into the hot tub, and I'm like, I can't. Like, in my mind, I was like, physically, I can't.
We never should have moved you.
I should have never moved.
No.
I could have floated there for centuries.
Like, you would have lived lifetimes.
Centuries. Could you imagine if I came out of that and was like, I lived fucking centuries?
Yeah. We've been here like 50 years, guys.
Guys,
No, we've been here 10 minutes.
But, so the whole puking happens. I remember that vividly.
Yeah.
What the next strange thing that happened was Ryan dropping me off at my house. I remember somebody coming upstairs with me.
And this is the funny thing, because this didn't come up until like 2 months after.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking me up to my room. And then they all turn to me and they go, John, we did not help you up to your room.
We never got out of the car.
But I think it's a combined memory with my roommates having a get together there.
Mm.
Best sleep I ever had.
Yeah, I bet.
I fell to sleep and I went, and it was so good. And then they go, the next day my roommates go, John, what happened yesterday? You seemed off. And I go, I just took 2 edibles, and it was rough.
We won't specify the milligrams.
I was so happy to know what milligrams they were.
Yeah.
Because our friend got some, and it was the same exact ones that I had. And I'm like, see, I told you.
Yeah.
And then
I wasn't tripping.
I'm like, take 2 of them. Take 2 of them. You'll
die.
What's the one thing? You don't want to swim.
What?
It's like, oh my god. I forget what meme I'm going for right now. But it's like, you don't want to swim with the sharks. You don't. It will come to me later.
Losing them.
Yeah, but that's all I have to say about High School Musical 2.
Yeah.
Great. I think the best songs in the series.
Oh, 100%. On my list, I would put this around like a 4. I love this movie. I think it's the best out of the 3.
I feel like that took a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we also took a pee break, but we both got our stories. A simple, futile gesture. Oh, what a sad movie.
Thank God. Thank God I didn't get this number 1.
What is that?
Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. Thank God. Fuck you, Ryan.
I was hoping you'd get it. A simple, futile gesture. You showed this to me, and I went to this movie with hope. And I left with none.
It's such a good movie.
Because I didn't know about this guy, I didn't know anything about his story, and I don't remember his name, it's the National Lampoon guy. Not Chevy Chase, it's the other one.
It's...
This is not even
Finney?
I think Kenny's
Doug
right.
Kenny.
Doug Kenny, yes. Guy who made Animal House and Caddyshack. And then he eventually helped start SNL or something, I don't know.
He did National Lampoon.
And then National Lampoon.
National Lampoon was his company.
And this starts out like almost like a documentary, where it's this guy talking. It's Doug Kenny talking as an old man. Here's my story. This is what I did, and it cuts back to some actors playing him, and they got Joel McHale playing Chevy Chase, and it's a great movie. It's like super funny. And then in the end, when it's like young Doug Kenny, he like jumps off a cliff. And the actor who's the old man at the beginning is like, that wasn't me. I'm just
playing a role.
I'm just playing a role. And I'm like, no.
I felt so sad.
You can't do that to me.
So the first time I ever saw that movie was after my first ever breakup.
Damn.
And it was so tough.
Damn. This would have to go in my top 3. This was really good.
It was really good. I knew I was going to get you with that one because I knew it was going to get pulled late.
Because I didn't know anything about him, and like he's not a well-known guy. I wonder why he's dead.
Yeah, and it's just like it's so like, and it's very funny too.
I mean, it's such a funny movie.
Yeah, and like very tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
His friend Henry, very cool. Also, just seeing like how it was back then when like
70s cocaine.
Yeah, 70s cocaine. More movies like that, please. That would be cool.
Well, we can't bring back cocaine.
No, but like
if we did, we'd get another good Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, we would get so many good.
God, I was at dinner with my girlfriend's parents last night, and they're like, "Oh, are you excited about the new Star Wars movies coming out?" I go, "No, I'm not."
Yeah,
I'm not excited. They've ruined everything they've done.
I just imagine Ryan standing up around the table and just like...
Are you serious?
And just going around...
Get out of my face!
And just going around the table, just like holding people by the shoulder.
And then...
Do you really think Cad Bane looked better in Mandalorian?
And then her dad turns to me and he goes, "Did you like the prequels?" I go, "Yeah, I love the prequels." He goes, "Mm-mm." Oh my no. He didn't like Andy Christensen. Yeah, I love you, Andy Christensen.
Watch the sequels and then watch the prequels and come back to me.
The prequels are such a good... You do have to kind of watch them back to back to back. Watching them years apart, I get it. Maybe that's a little frustrating. But watching it in a binge is so good. It's so good.
Did you ever see the Darth Maul's voice actor, who was also Star Killer, who like his way to watch to introduce your kids to the Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's start with the prequels, go to the Clone Wars, and then go to the original trilogy, and then show them Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And then it's like...
That's a good order. Because that's before you know that Anakin is Darth Vader, and then you get the reveal in Empire.
Because I think it's not the original first 3, it's just The New Hope.
Watch just A New Hope, and then watch...
Yeah.
And then watch Empire and...
Yeah.
Oh.
Because then you watch the rest of the Clone Wars, and then you watch Return of the, and then it's like,
that's a pretty good order. That's a good order.
Because you make your kids like Anakin.
Yeah. What did you just draw? What was yours?
Indiana Jones style Destiny. By far.
And I thought Crystal Skull was bad.
Crystal Skull was never bad to begin with.
Crystal Skull was a masterpiece compared to this.
Like, Crystal Skull, of course, if it was not CGI at all, people would have nothing to complain about.
No.
It's the fact that Shia LaBeouf swings with monkeys and the aliens come that, like, put, like, a thing against this. But Indiana Jones has always been supernatural. First movie, he opens the
Ark of the Covenant.
Yes. The second movie, his heart gets ripped out. And he lives.
Yeah.
The third movie, he talks to an immortal being.
Yeah.
And the fourth movie, aliens? That's where I call them.
Too far.
So, anybody who says that Crystal Skull is...
And I didn't like it when I was younger. But now, I'm like... and maybe that's where the appreciation comes. And I think these are great, like, Star Wars and Indiana Jones things to talk about. Like, the newer generations don't like the new movie... Or the newer generations like the new movies, whereas the older ones don't. Yeah. But as time goes on, you learn to appreciate them more.
Yes, and I feel like this Indiana Jones movie did not feel like an Indiana Jones movie.
It felt like this was more Jungle Book, the way the Jungle Book was.
Yes. Just give me a young Indiana Jones.
The Jungle Book movie was a better Indiana Jones movie than this movie.
Like, hear me out. Just cast a new actor.
Yeah.
Like, it's time.
I hate to say this, but Chris Pratt.
He would be good.
He would be good.
It's either him or Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd?
Really?
Paul Rudd. Think about how he...
Because I've seen a Photoshop of Chris Pratt in the Indiana Jones costume, and it looks good. It looks good.
But could you imagine Paul Rudd with his, like, witty humor?
Mm.
And, like, Indiana Jones, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, he's a jerk.
Yeah.
But, like... I think Paul Rudd can play it almost like... Because, like, him and...
More charismatic. And he feels... I guess if you're going to try and make that relation to Mud, Paul Rudd feels like Mud. He feels like Shia LaBeouf. So...
Also, they just play off Shia LaBeouf's character so dirty.
He's just done.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, I would have told my son not to go to the war.
Yeah. And I mean, you do get the Indy Marion ending, but it's like, that's it.
But then somebody takes the hat. And it's like, it's like, who was that? And it's like, I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't want a new Indiana Jones. I want an old Indiana Jones. Like finding, it would be cool if he did like Jesus' crucifix.
Yeah.
And just like, he finds it.
Young Indy in between the time he was like, because in, was it Holy Grail? When they showed like Boy Scout Indy? In between Boy Scout Indy and that would be good.
Like his first adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Harrison Ford had a kid. I'm not sure if he does.
Does he not?
I don't know.
He's got time.
He's got time.
He can make his great-great-great-granddaughter live to the year 3000.
Also, did you ever see the joke where it's it was John Mulaney talking about punching Nazis? And it's like, if you see a Nazi on the street, would you punch them in the face? Obviously not. Because what if they're filming an Indiana Jones movie?
Good point.
And I like what Steven Spielberg done when he was shooting Schindler's List.
Should have put that in there.
Should have put that in there. He made the Nazis cross their fingers when they saluted Hitler.
Fair enough.
And he's like, yeah, like
yeah.
Good. I say we go to the next one.
Good save. Fuck this movie. I hate this movie so much. This would have been my number 11 on my list. The Polar Express.
Fuck you, Ryan.
I hate the Polar Express with all of my being, and I will never enjoy it. And it sucks as a movie, and it terrified me as a kid. I went to a movie in the park at my nearby neighborhood park, and the scene where they're on top of the train on the ice sliding, I've never been more scared in my life. and I had to go away to find I went with my mom to this other place in the park where you had like got to do this tour of the house. You got to find little puppet mice around. I'm like, I had to do that. I hate the Polar Express. I don't think I've watched it since.
I think you also hate this movie, Ryan.
Yeah, what movie is this?
Skinamarink.
Yeah, I don't like that movie either.
God, that would have been my one. I would have been okay with that.
You would have been okay with that?
I would have been okay with Skinamarink.
I hate Skinamarink.
I've
I've never been more bored watching a movie. More scared.
I feel like it's more experimental filmmaking.
You can do experimental and make it good.
Yeah. See, here's another thing. They made a movie. We haven't.
No, they didn't. They set up cameras around their house and waited for no one to pass the camera to use. That's a good clip. That's a good clip. Use that one.
You don't see anybody's face throughout the entire movie.
It sucks. I can't hear the dialogue. I have to put on captions. And
You're supposed to have the captions on.
they don't make any sense.
So, basically, to talk about this, it's the entity, and it's talking to these two kids, and it's basically like, yours. Like,
Guys, the toilet's gone. The toilet's gone.
it's not that skibbity toilet rinse.
That's what they should. Skibbity rink.
Skibbity rink would be. We would go viral.
We would pop off.
Skid.
Write that one down.
Write that one. I mean, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
What was yours again?
Fuck, what did I just grab? Polar Express.
Polar Express. I think that's a top 5 Christmas movie.
I hate it.
Name 4 other Christmas movies.
Elf.
That's so like 2000s baby of you.
You don't like Elf?
I think it is over exaggerated how good Elf is.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Can I include Home Alone 2 as well?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going both of those. Christmas. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph is my one.
Rudolph is great. And
Rudolph-
so is Frosty the Snowman.
Rudolph, there is never a dry eye
No.
when I watch it because
That might be the best Christmas movie.
it is so beautiful with the animation style.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen A Year Without a Santa Claus?
I don't think so.
That should be our Christmas special
Oh.
because it's the same animation style. And it's about 2 elves, and Santa. Something happened to Santa, but that's where you get Heat Miser, Cold Miser.
Oh! Okay, yes, we do have to
We
watch
should
that.
watch those 3 movies.
Okay.
So we watch Rudolph, we watch A Year Without a Santa Claus, and then we watch the one with the Winter Warlock.
I haven't seen that one
I
yet.
don't know what that one is. It's like Kris Kringle, his first ever journey.
Okay.
And there's like the Toy Master, and he like bans toys from being, or he creates so many toys, but he like bans kids from getting them.
Interesting.
And it's like toy soldiers.
Frosty the Snowman's also kind of it's not that stop motion. It's animated.
Yeah.
That one's not as good. But I had that double feature CD with or DVD with Rudolph and
I miss double feature CDs.
bring them back. Bring back. I hate the digital world. I hate the digital world.
Are we about to send? I hate Netflix. I hate Hulu. I hate Disney Plus.
Yes.
And everything they've done.
We've just got back to cable. We're back to cable.
Yeah. Like, don't put ads on the something I'm paying $12 a month on. And
It's ridiculous.
It's the whole, hey, how can we make more money off this?
It's ridiculous.
Like, when somebody isn't just like, hey, maybe we just make 2 TV shows a year. We don't have to produce these things. We can save money and make more money. And so, like, we don't need all this original content. We could just give people, like, new TV shows and where to watch them.
I think we got 3 more in here. How many more do you have? You got 3 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we had a lot of honorable mentions.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have 5.
Yeah. But I'll always get
Oh, fuck you, Ryan!
You'll never get me to like the Poach Fest. What did you get?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yep. I was hoping you'd get that sooner.
I'm going to take it.
And have to put it somewhere in your list. Would have put this in yours as well.
Which one?
Clue. So The Dark Knight Rises.
I think we have two possible number one contenders.
I would have put this at my number one. Before drawing Howl's Moving Castle, Clue would have been my number one.
Because Clue is so good.
And the fact that they released multiple endings in theaters so people would disagree, and then I could see the first time I watched it, I got to see it with all three endings, and even then I loved it. But it's so good. It's so good. You're constantly trying to guess who it is, and it could be any one of them. And in my head, it is all of them because they have all those endings. They only do like 3. They could have done 3 more.
Yeah.
And I would have agreed with all of them.
Yeah. And like, could you imagine seeing that in the original theaters, being like,
yeah,
oh yeah, this happened.
I mean, out of the 3, I do think is Miss Peacock.
Yeah.
She's by far the most suspicious.
The Miss Peacock one is a really good ending.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, just Tim Curry being
so good.
That was the original The Butler did it.
Really?
Yeah. And so, like, the first time I ever watched that, it was at my friend Jared's house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so...
He was so good.
It's so funny. I love so there's the third ending where, oh, and I'm straight.
Yeah.
It's just like...
And I'm the FBI.
Yeah. You are all being arrested.
I love that one. Yeah, because each of them did a kill, and then he arrests all of them.
Because I would say we can make a remake of Clue.
Because I grew up playing this game before I knew the movie existed, and then I eventually got to see the movie, and I'm like, this is fantastic. This is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
That would be a fun little episode for the podcast. We do a Clue.
I would love to set up... I almost set up a murder mystery dinner back when I lived at the past apartment.
Yeah.
I almost set it up. I'm like... And it was the perfect time because we had...
We had so many. But it's not about all the friends in the world.
It's about the
quality. But I mean... Maybe that's something we could do in D&D or...
I would love to set up a murder... Yeah, even if it's D&D murder.
Because then we could have, like, side characters.
Yeah.
And then I could, like...
We could run a one-shot. Because I don't know if... Talked about earlier, but we could run a one-shot murder mystery, and that would be very fun.
Yes. And we can include one more person.
Yeah.
Patrick, who's been on the show.
Yeah. Patrick loves to play D&D.
And so that would be a fun one-shot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this movie, it's really good. Like, there's nothing... Like, it is a top contender.
Yeah.
Now time to talk about The Dark Knight Rises. The score, when they're on the plane...
And I specifically put that one over The Dark Knight. I always put The Dark Knight, and I'm like, no, John likes The Dark Knight Rises better.
I love The Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger, love him.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom Hardy as Bane...
As Bane? You would never guess.
Yeah. Do you get when I reference, when I go, do you feel power?
Yeah.
How about now? And I place my hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I do that at my job so much. I don't know why I do it. But it's just like really funny because like a new kid will boss me around and then I'm like, oh, you feel power. How about... And it's like we're all cool at the club or whatever, the club.
And the club, we all fan. What?
But
like the club.
It's a really fun bit that I do at work, and like Heinz Field, my PA history teacher was in that scene.
What?
So
on the plane?
So the football field, they recorded that in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And so they like sent out invites to like people around the town. I think it was like on a Facebook thing.
Oh, I can't bring up a fact that I want to bring up because one of them is in there.
But my PA history teacher went, and they were like, "Yeah, you have to wear black and yellow because the Pittsburgh Steelers colors are black and yellow, but you couldn't wear a Pittsburgh Steelers logo.
Oh.
So it had to be like in a certain diameter, like you could wear the colors, but you couldn't wear anything Steelers.
Hmm.
It was all these rules. And
Interesting.
Like, I think you could see him in one frame, but like he's like, yeah, I'm in it, but I don't see myself.
Yeah.
But Heinz Field no longer called Heinz Field. They sold it to Acrisure or something like that.
You're from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. But
the whole Batman training arc and that giant well or whatever it is.
yeah.
So good.
Yeah, when they're doing the chants as he's going up. And then when Bane's down there with him,
Yes.
and he's like,
Yeah.
You'll never make it out of here.
Yeah.
Because only 2 people have made it up. And so you're like, who's the other person?
Yeah.
Because that's the setup. And the Talia al Ghul reveal. That, so there's this like foreign lady who's flirting with Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, you know my father, Ra's al Ghul.
That's the Penguin.
No, it's from the Batman Begins movie.
Oh. I never saw Batman.
It's Liam Neeson's character.
Okay. I never, because that's Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
Because it's the whole, I'm going to make the water mist.
Okay.
Hear me out. Wouldn't mind a Little Crook movie where the Batman is seen as like a scary, like...
I would love seeing
like
it from the other side.
Yeah, like
I would love that.
Like somebody just tails the tail of the Batman,
Mm-hmm.
but that would be cool, like 1 hour short.
I mean, you could do the same thing with Spider-Man. I think it's harder to do with Spider-Man because that
Have him crawl after you.
it's not as dark.
Yeah,
But with Batman, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's the Batman.
I think Robert Pattinson's Batman does that the best.
I don't think they're gonna recast him for the DC the James Gunn DC, which
I posed you Jake Gyllenhaal,
you did,
and
I don't disagree. It's
like,
pretty good.
I think there will be a recast for
Which maybe it's better because I think Robert Pattinson in his own Batman series is very good, and now they got the Penguin going. It's good, but this is their last chance with DC probably.
Yeah.
If they fuck this up, then that's it.
Because Marvel is, I mean, James Gunn.
He's
Stop me if I'm wrong. Never made a bad.
He's never missed.
I can't think of what time he did.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but I can't say it's a bad movie.
Yeah, I like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
It was kind of a disappointment for me from Guardians 1, but then Guardians 3 picked it back up. I'm like, James, you've done it.
No,
You've made it.
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
And then I'm disappointed again.
What a good wife you would be.
Whew.
I'm scared now.
This is it?
No,
this
we
is not it.
We got one more. Dude.
This movie does not hold up. And it's open season. This movie does not hold up.
I wish your number one was
I would have been so pissed if open season was my number one.
I have George of the Jungle. George of the Jungle is...
I know what your number one is then. I know what your number one is.
What would yours be?
But open season... Okay.
I hate that yours is number 4 and mine is number 1.
I know. But I couldn't put House of Castle number 4.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't drawn it because I would put anything else number 4 and had to gamble. But open season... I think it's open season 2 that's good. That's the circus one, right? But the first one is awful.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's literally, they eat junk food, they go to the woods, and then there's, it's the squirrels, and then that's it?
Who plays Elliot the deer?
I don't know.
Because I think...
And I don't want to guess.
I don't know who plays Boog.
I don't know who plays Boog either.
I know Weenie.
Who plays Weenie?
No, I just know the character.
Oh, I feel like that's a Steve Buscemi role.
Yeah.
Is Weenie.
No, it doesn't, Steve, because there's the one stupid squirrel.
Yeah.
And then there's, the mean squirrel with the frowny face.
Oh, that's the only squirrel I know.
There's 2 of them.
Oh.
Because one's, wild and the other one...
They're all,
They're all definitely cursed creatures if you see them.
The movie is not great.
I know.
I feel like I watched it at least with Patrick recently. I'm like, because we're open season, I love open season. And we're like, why did we like this movie?
I was gonna put open season 3 when they're at the dog park.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
That one's with Weenie.
Okay.
Also, a character that would be on my Hear Me Out cake is the deer from open season.
The girl deer?
The girl deer. That would be on my Hear Me Out cake.
We got to do a Hear Me Out cake.
We
video.
we gotta.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
We got an off season.
Yeah.
How long is our off season?
I think like 3 weeks. Where we just shoot videos like this.
Yeah.
And like do funny things.
Next week we can do if we're recording, I can't record Tuesday night.
Wednesday?
Actually, depending on time I could. But Wednesday.
We changed it to Wednesday.
I can do Wednesday night.
Do we have to buy a cake?
I'll make the cake.
That's better.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm George of the Jungle. That's a fever dream.
We talked about that being our second movie after Scooby Doo.
After Scooby Doo,
we almost watched it.
We almost watched it, but I don't think we could find it on anything.
I think we did because we watched the trailer for it.
Yeah, we did.
Him spinning the line over his head, and then it's like the lion was his friend.
Yeah, I mean, was that the original Jungle Cruise? Like the tiger is his friend.
Life of Pi?
No, Jungle Cruise where it's like the tiger comes into the bar and it's his like thing to get free food.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
And so, like, Jungle Cruise also underrated movie.
It's so good. I don't know why people hated on that.
I think it's because it was not like practical and cheesy. If it was practical and cheesy, it would be a better movie.
Yes.
Because then it would
been CGI and serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because then it would have been so like Jungle Cruise.
It would have been like The Ride.
Yes. It would have been so much better.
Like imagine wait till you see this mysterious place. It's so good, and it's like the like when they finally get to paradise, like the backside of the water.
But no, he just like pushes a plant over.
Yeah. 2 can't play at that game. Okay, The Rock.
I don't even know his character's name.
I don't know either.
I think he's like Steamboat Willie.
Probably. We gotta watch that one too.
Yeah,
I can't believe that's coming out.
Well, should we get down to it?
I'll go first because your number 1 is more prevalent than my number 4. But if it's your number 1 movie, we gotta watch it at some point, John. I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll take WALL-E as my number 4.
I'm happy with this.
You're happy with that?
I mean,
out of any of those 3, you're happy with that?
Out of any of the 3, but I'll take it.
Okay. So WALL-E, before we reveal what you have.
Dude, I just want to be a fat guy in a chair.
And I think this is my number 3 Pixar movie. Going Finding Nemo, Cars, WALL-E. I grew up with this one on DVD as well. I watched all the BMO and MMO and whatever shorts, just Mo. But it's fat people in a chair.
It is the perfect silent movie for about half the movie.
Yeah.
Because...
Oh my god, you don't need any words.
It's all physical comedy, and it's just WALL-E.
Yeah.
Like... I remember my mom watching that movie and hating it, and I'm just like, that was
You don't understand. You don't understand. My brain has expanded right now.
Also, like, my benchmark for movies, if it entertains me for an hour, that I'm there.
And they don't say anything besides his own name. Yeah. And this is another movie I blame for me wanting to be an engineer, is his collection of just trinkets. And then watching the, you get Lottie and Rose in this movie.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I probably would have put this around, I would have put this above Gremlins 2. I probably would have put this number 2, above Rush Rules as well.
This movie makes me believe in love.
Oh yeah.
Like, the Lottie Rose, and then, like, when she's like, oh, WALL-E!
Because she loses her brain and then he takes the thing off her and then she spins with him in space. I'm like,
because they do the like God.
Yeah.
Like, whoever made
this movie, and we still throw trash out the window.
Yeah.
And we still make junk food, and we still make McDonald's every day.
Also, one of the only times we see a live action actor in a Pixar movie.
That's true.
Because there's
So
the
funny.
whole hologram. It's like, what is that guy doing? You're not supposed to be my animated picture.
Great movie. I'm happy with that as my number 4.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Great trilogy.
2 Towers.
2 Towers.
And I put that one specifically, that is my least favorite of the 3.
It is the last one I ever seen.
You watched, what?
Because we watched the 2 Towers and then we never watched Return of the King.
That's the second one.
Yeah, but that's the last one I seen. I never watched Return of the King.
You've never seen Return of the King?
No. And I'm fine with that.
Fellowship of the Ring is the best one.
Yes.
Return of the King is the second best. Because you actually get something actually happens.
Yes.
But nothing happens in the 2 Towers.
Helm's Deep.
In the last 30 minutes.
But I mean, them breaking down the door with all the physical, like, orcs and
That's true.
Iroquois.
This is what I was going to bring up when you're talking about the going to the stadium for the banging scene.
Yeah.
Is the way they got the orc chant
Yeah.
is they filled a stadium with people to just scream, and they just stood in the middle with a microphone and the camera, and just like they recorded it to like get people to like and like that's how they record it. I'm like, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so people's voices are in Lord of the Rings to this day.
Goodbye. Bye.
But yeah,
I mean, I'm happy with that being my number 1 though.
camera turned off. I don't know why. I guess we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Give us an outro, John.
So that's been our list. We're running out of battery.
We're running out of battery. We gotta go quick.
so announcements.
What do you rate the beer?
I rate the beer. This one's high, 7.67.
I'll go with the out of 5.
Or sorry, 4.67. Podcast. Please listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. That's been our list. We have some quality lists that we have, but our battery doesn't work. So sorry for the interruption.
We'll figure it out. We're still figuring it out. New camera. Stay tuned.
This episode has to be released in like 12 hours.
Guys, we're trying to figure this out, guys.